This entry is dated June 13th, 1989. I am the main employee of this bunker, although it is difficult to call it a bunker. Rather, over the past 20 years this place has turned into a research laboratory. Initially, I am the ideological inspirer and engineer of the bunker. The entire territory of this facility, from above, from below, originally belongs to me. It was my little refuge from the outside world. But when the world began to change for the worse with the reign of a terrible disease, I decided to create a bunker. Initially, of course, I built it myself. But then some volunteers came who were ready to build it for me if they had a place in the bunker. After the bunker was built, I accepted those who helped build it into the bunker, and a few people who lived next to me and were on good terms with me. Two volunteers who helped me in the construction of the bunker asked me to make them the main scientific researchers, while other people took the posts of guards and engineers. To tell the truth, those two volunteers built the main part of the bunker, but I also did not stay away and built my own separate zone without which the functioning of the bunker is not possible. If you are listening to this message, most likely you know that the facility is divided into several zones, namely 4, and each of them has its own purpose. For example, the red zone is primary and serves to check people for the presence of a disease. The yellow zone is an office and the blue one is a laboratory. Well, there was also a 5th zone in the complex, but only a few people knew about it. For others, the entrance to the 5th zone was just a failed plan to expand the facility. The 5th zone, also called the Black Zone, was the core of the complex, without which the complex cannot function. Also, this zone was actually created for me alone. I already seem to say that I protected myself from people as much as possible even before the onset of the disease, since I could not normally contact those who were around me. It was the same here. I built this zone to get away from society. You probably have a question, why didn't I leave people on the street then? It's simple, even though I can't live in society, I can't leave people to die either. Everyone knew that I was the head of the complex, but all my orders and announcements were transmitted by the head of security, my only acquaintance. The whole complex considered us to be some kind of nobility, and in a sense they were right. I even built a secret passage to the surface where there was a protective dome for me and the head of the guard, into which the disease could not penetrate. At one point, the head of the scientists staged an unauthorized foray to the surface, thereby putting everyone in danger. It was on that day that I appeared at the meeting for the first time and put the scientist in the punishment cell. Because of him, the creatures born with the disease found out where the entrance was. I knew perfectly well that the entrance and the 5th zone were the most protected places, but I still imprisoned the scientist indefinitely. After 5 years of being in the bunker, the disease finally receded and we were able to go outside. All the people except the head of the guard dispersed in different directions while we remained working in the bunker until 1977. Around August 1978, disaster struck the world again. At first the nights became very dark, and then even the lighting sources of my base could not illuminate the territory within a radius of 2 meters from the base. My colleague and I quickly lost touch with other people and stayed in the bunker until 1988. It was light in the bunker and nothing threatened us, but one day morning did not come. The night continued and the moon did not move. My colleague went on a sortie, and at the same moment as he left and I returned to the 5th zone, the doors were blocked and the lights in all zones except the 5th went out. I lost contact with a colleague on the 3rd day when he reached an old house in the woods. I'm still staying here and trying to find a way out because I can't get out of the 5th zone. To be there, I feel something is waiting for me outside.